I've been blocked for weeks in communicating the field through this process. The block itself is a legitimate participant. I feel place on the edges, pushing, chattering. It's just beyond. It doesn't want me to look at it. When I turn my head, it disappears. The field is an emergent and complex being in intra-change, the reciprocal dance of systems showing the attuned listener where to direct attention. It is a like and unlike tug of the partly visible bits of the mostly obscured pattern, an ignoring, not an honoring. That tension, a wound. Disembodied, abstracted yearning for the regenerative turn, we are invited into participation with the world. Sensory, emotional, somatic, intuitive, a push, a stirring, a swirling. A catalyst, the swirling, draws my attention to transmutation. The feeling, that sense of place, its reach and voice, interpermeated with my sense of meanness. The swirls are like the stage of mixing paint where the colors all stand out against each other before blending completely to produce something new. The paint-coating, self-stirring, place-working dynamic pushed from my perspective out, first as wisps, tendrils touching lightly, shaping slowly, shifting attention. The reciprocity that's developed inside my somatic belly, my subtle energy body, my ontological womb, is not small or still. It is churning, dynamic, and it is much too large to contain. The paint blend pours out from me as everything I do, active, passive, and all-encompassing. I feel it emanate from me in ways I am and am not yet poised to understand. Alchemy at every level. I can feel the fiction of separation, peeling back entangled, interact with the many layers of my being. A thing cannot occur without the other. Field on field, patterns within patterns, consonance and dissonance, convergence and divergence, the dance of holistic tension. Repeating and repeating and repeating until, a thread, a spark, a different use, a liberated intention. The source. Water, abstracted, infinite. Flow, complexifying, churning, tumbling, catalyzing growth, intensity, abundant, nourishing, making attention, human attention, further complexification. The men, the mills, the machines, these monsters, women numbing with drugs and food and religion, enclosed, alienated. The sounds, the technology, the uncertainty of the present moment, the cresting into entropy. The healing, regenerative, ecofeminist potential of place. Connection unweaves the elements that bind place and narrative, working back fire, air, water, and wild earth down into the bedrock. This is the shedding of narratives that exclude, lionize, or obscure. As it is transformed, so am I, rearranging how I perceive. The field is not contained by place-boundedness, participant in the larger whole. It comes carried with, inside, extending through time-space to influence patterns enacted at different levels. Resonance with the positional phenomenology of self. The sense of I is constantly amplifying and radiating the evocations and emanations of the field. They are repatterned through me in the way I enact them. What is carried forward depends on how it is understood. The place grabs me by the hand and points, here's what you are missing. It unfolds slowly over eons. It explodes for me suddenly in the blink of an eye.